What's popping? What's popping? Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? I don't know what's going on here, but this is my first live session um, from the seat of. Is that a bug? Am I tripping? I saw something flying around in here. I know you saw. I hope you saw it. If not, I got to change my strain. No, I'm just playing. I want people to think I'm all bent out of shape while I'm in this car. What's up, little Carmen? What's popping? Good to see you. Good to see you. Before I say anything, I just want to thank everybody who is a Patreon member, both $5 and $45 member. I want to thank all my YouTube members over on Blue Zone, the Blue Zone, BLEUZONE, Ambient Improv on YouTube, and my first YouTube page, Walter Beasley II. Poor little dog, it's always hollering. Oh, it's the dog across the street. Yeah. What's up, Martha? Miss Mello, how you doing? How's everything? The first thing I want to do is just that there's a person, I call a family member who is with her father, and father is in hospice, and she's on the Blue Zone, and she's able to find comfort in the Blue Zone. So I'm really, really grateful to her. I'm not going to say who she is, but the reason why I do the Blue Zone is so we can all go over and go to a spot where we can just let it go, let it go and just retool, just breathe and let things go, no matter what your political affiliation is or who you are, what you are. It's just there just so we can just let it go, and that's why I do the Blue Zone, BLEUZONE. So I'm praying for her, thoughts to her, and hope, because I know what she's going through. When you have a loved one in hospice and you have to take care of them. So I'm glad I could be of assistance. Sandra, Martha, Keisha, Carmen, Marion, what's popping? So what's good? Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to talk to all creators, right? All creators. Just shut up and create. Shut up and create, right? There's so many. What's up, Sandra? How you doing? There's so many people telling us, well, you need to do this and you need to do that and you have to go into. Man, just shut up and create. That's the problem. People are just like going into their left brain and doing so much talking, so much stuff. There's really just it's getting in the way. Whether you're a saxophone, what's up? How you doing, James? Whether you're a saxophone player. Yeah. Whether a saxophone player, a writer, a painter, or a sculptor, whatever situation, just shut up and do it, right? Fix it or change as you go along. Let things happen as they're supposed to. You'll know when it's not good. You know when it's good. You'll feel it innately, and to do the work afterwards to make things better. And if you don't do the work, that's on you. You can't think about stuff all the time and say, okay, well, look, let me sit down. Here's a piece of paper. Let me go from point A, B, C, D. Okay, I have it all worked out. So now let me create. That's not how that shit works. It's not. Period. Sit down, shut up, and play. Sit down, shut up, and sing. Sit down, shut up, and let whatever it is that's that's motivating you have its way. Be quiet. Don't try to overthink it. Don't even try to think. Just let it come into you, and then exhale and let it back out. Period. Stop with the BS, man. There are too many institutions and people who are, left brain people and, master's degrees and teachers trying to be, well, this is what man, look, man, AI is here. Do you know, I listened to something the other day that one of my engineers sent up, right? He sent it to me, and I'm not knowing that this is AI. People, when I tell you that when I was listening to this song and I was listening to this woman sing, the first thing I thought about, I can't tell you the first thing I thought about. Second thing I thought about was like, where is she? Where is she? What's going on with her? I need to find this woman. This is what we do a lot of times, men, when we hear, women singing. We want, the saxophone was perfect. The groove was perfect. And you know what? It wasn't a damn thing real. It was all AI. For the first time, I was moved from my core from AI. So it's here. So all this, thinking about this and making sure it's so okay. I think I'm gonna have to move. There's something that's so good now that you can't really distinguish if it's human or not. What's up, Sharon? How you doing? So I may have to move in. Let me just see if I can move into the house. Excellent. So stop taking so long to think about whether you're going to do something or not, and whether it's perfect or not, whether it's really good enough to blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff, and just do it. I think the only way to fight AI now is to be so good that it's sloppy. You know what I mean? I hope you guys can still hear me. How do I stop this thing? I'm in a new car. Having some issues. Woo! That's crooked. All right. Yeah. So back in the day, right? When we talk about blues, right? There was a song that I used to love. I can't sing anymore because it's not politically correct. But I mean, the dude was just, I don't know if it was Ray Charles. It might have been Ray Charles, but it was like, I'm going down to the river, drown myself. I'm going down to the, I mean, it was just like, he was just like, nothing was perfect, anything like that. He was just doing it. Because his baby was giving the love to somebody else, right? And I think that's what we need to be. We need to just say, okay, look, I don't care about the pitch. I don't care if anybody understands what I'm trying to say. Let me just let it go and hope that it moves somebody the way that it moves me. And then touch it up later, if you want to. I think we need to get down. Now we can't fight AI because AI is damn near perfect. So what do we have that may be, something that we can, no, not even fight it. Use it to make us better. But thank you so very much, Gladys. But use just express ourselves in a human way that is so human that AI can't mess with it. Right? It's just human. You don't try and be perfect because AI damn near is perfect now. Perfection has never really been my goal. Expression has been my goal. You hear me play sometimes now, it's just all out of tune. I miss notes and stuff. Somebody just said that, well, I like how you're so real when you come on because you miss notes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I just want to express to you how I'm feeling right then, right there. I don't care how you perceive it. Hey, love, real music from the soul. Yes, Margaret. Sometimes I crack on stage. You think I give a damn? I got another phrase coming up. I need to be ready for that phrase. Sometimes I hit the wrong note. If I hit the wrong note, you think I care? No, because I got another phrase coming up. I got to concentrate on that phrase. When a pitcher gives up a home run, that pitcher better not think about that home run when he gets ready to throw his next pitch. Period. All we have is our experiences and our memories. That's it. What's up, Emmanuel? Is that who I think? Well, I can't say. What's up, man? What's up, Boston? I don't think we're going to be playing there this year. I wish we could. Thanks for being. Well, I appreciate that. But Eric Marienthal, that was the saxophone player. When I was doing the other blog, I was trying to remember. That's a good point. Yes, yeah. When did we stop being like people on here? Sometimes they come on here right say, "Oh, Walter, your politics are so screwed up. Love your music, Walter. Your politics suck and blah blah blah. But I love your music, you dummy. The politics, the things that I talk about, that is my life. That's the reason why you love my music, fool. Because of what I've been through, because of what I went through, because of what I studied, because of who I listened to. When I listened to Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye, Rare Earth, that was my favorite song when I was coming up. People everywhere just wanna be free. Y'all too young to remember that. But that was my favorite song for years. Why do I have to ignore that to please you? I'm not. I'm not. I'm not politically correct. I'm just not. And I'm tired of trying to be that way. Actually, I stopped trying to be that way a long time ago. But when I stop trying to be that way, that's when the best music comes out from me. Because it's pure expression. And I'm not trying to be somebody or something that I'm not. And I think my fans appreciate it. And I get more fans, I get more family because people don't want to hear that. It's so nice and it's so smooth and it's so sweet. Oh, I have a good feeling. No, man. Shit is real out here. Excuse my language, but it is real. You better be able to internalize that and kick that back out so you can let people know how you feel about it. If not verbally, through the horn. You know, that's what separates me from you if you can't do that. Period. Well, Walter, what if I agree with you, but I'm not black, or I don't, blah, blah, or I can't. Here's what you do. This is where I taught my students. 95% of my students at the college institution were white. No, yeah, were white. And I taught them black music. This is what I told them. You have to use your imagination. No, you can't be in my shoes. You can't be in people's shoes to look like me. But you can use your imagination. And that will come through in the music. You have to use your imagination. You have to use your compassion. You have to use passion. Combine them all three, and you will be fine. But if you come to my music with arrogance, the history of my music with arrogance, with a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be there, we will always sound different. Period. Because you're not coming from it from the right perspective if you want to play similar to people who look like me play. It's that simple. Simple. When I came up, it was AWB. Boy, man, come on. Ain't now one of us thought that group was white when that record came out. Why? Because they loved and respected black music. I think they opened up for James Brown, if I'm not mistaken. So this is what I'm saying. Whether it's in Latin music too, you can't have a perspective the way some people have the perspective on, I just said, immigration and the rest of the stuff, and think that you're going to play the music in the way that it should be played. It's not going to happen because you're not coming to the music, the history, or the people in a manner that's respectful. Period. So you're going to sound like an outsider trying to play music that you don't understand because you don't understand the history and the social makeup of what's going on. Period. I feel better. How about you? Hello, everybody. I'm through. Emmanuel, Kathy, Marquita. That's a nice name. Ken, pick up the. Oh yeah, Eric. Pick up the pieces. Even the one of my favorite song of all time was called People Everywhere Got to Be Free. That's Rare Earth. They're a white band. No, they might have been integrated. They might have been what do you call it? Mixed. I'm not sure, but I think they might have been white, all white. But that was a soulful song, boy. Um, Deep in the valley, people got to be free. Yeah. Man, that was when I was a kid. Da, da, da. That's the melody. It was a gorgeous song, man. It really was. But my point is that the politics have been a huge part of your music. Why is politically correct the purpose of making the music that moves? I don't really know. I think what I'm trying to say, Margaret. I don't know if you're asking a question. Let me hit a button, my fat fingers, and see if that expression often grows with art, with our art choices. That's interesting. Why is politically correct the purpose for making it? Well, you know what? It's the reason. One of the reasons why I say this and do this is because it's not only is it not correct for some of us, especially those of us of color, to express our reality. Not only can we or express what we feel about certain things in the world, we could get totally cut off. We can lose our ability to speak to you, to play for you, to express these ideas to you because of what's going on now. I mean, it's very, very it's the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And people, rascals. Go ahead, Martha. Go ahead, Miss Mello. Um, uh, you know, there are people of like mind who I speak to on a daily basis who can't say this or won't say this because they've got too much to lose. They've got family members in college, grandkids that they're taking care of, and I understand that. But that's not me. So, I mean, I can take some chances because, I'm single. I never had a wife or children. So, I mean, but it's still what we talk about, and it's still, I mean, you may hear other people talking about it pretty soon because most people are getting fed up. Like Charlie Parker said, if you don't live it, it won't come out of your home. That's true. I mean, I do believe that. But I also believe that you can get quite close if you humble yourself. I loved classical music when I was younger, and I found out that the better I play classical music, the, when I play classical music the best, I, 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 I took myself out of the jazz, black music, blues kind of. I just totally ignored that and went into the music and learned as much as I could about the people, about the writer, and about the social things going on at the time. And I found myself to play the music much better when I came at it from that. The problem is with jazz or with R&B or whatever, is that people come to it with a, how do I put this? What's the word I'm looking for? Damn, I wish Derek was here. From entitled attitude, right? Like, oh yeah, yeah, I know Miles. I mean, I play with Miles. I've studied Miles music. No, you haven't. That's just not you do. You got to go in there and just really, learn the music, learn the culture. Yeah, and Miles talked a lot of stuff. Miles went through some stuff, man. We all, well, they did. They went through a whole lot more than I. So, but the fact of the matter is not about either or. It's about this. And the only way you do that is to humble yourself and respect the music, respect the people, and respect the expression so that you can be a part of that expression. If you don't come to that, then, you can make yourself believe anything you want to, but it's not going to last and people aren't going to respect because you're going to come at it. You're coming at it the wrong way. When I was teaching in college, I tell you who really impressed me, and I hope I'm not being generalized. I hope I'm not making a weird statement. But people who really love black music from Asian countries, or not from, like from Japan and China, I mean, sometimes they would come into my classroom and just be like, thank you. Thank you for what you're going through. Thank you for the music that you've given us. Thank you for, it just came from this place of respect and humility that made me want to give them my not only my best, but more than my best, But that doesn't happen very often in other cultures, even my own, So, any questions? I just feel so good about. Whoo! I'm starting something new, and I'm calling it Music Lessons from the Corvette, or Short Music Lessons from the Corvette, because I'm leaving out here, and I think I'm going to take my baby, even though I have mixed feelings about it, because I'm probably going to get stopped, and not from speeding or doing anything. I am just going to get stopped. I was going to tint my windows, but that's just giving some people, even more, reason to stop me. So I've gotten that in my mind, but I am going to take this out and I'm going to do some stuff with it. My dad used to say, if you don't feel it when you play it, my Mr. Cannon that's his thing. He taught me and Derek the same thing. All of us, actually. He taught all of us that. You have to move yourself before you move others. Thank you, Sandra. That's about it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. And, hopefully, this resonates with some people because, a lot of this music is just starting to sound like, ugh, Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla. And good luck with everything. You know what I'm saying. Um, all the music is starting to sound the same, and it's just, who's hitting me? Okay. So, yeah, any questions for me while I'm on here? Because I'm not going to take up too much of your time because I got to pack and get ready to go. Nancy. What's up, Nancy? Carla. My pleasure, Nancy. Yeah, I just, yeah. It bothers me because I see so much potential in a lot of people and they're so afraid to do what's necessary. And like I said before, it's just shut up and just play. Shut up and say it. Just there's so much built up like especially when I was taught in the college setting. It's just like, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll teach them do, re, mi. What the fa, sol, la. And I'm like, what are you doing? You want me to teach these kids Italian? For what? Really, for what? What does it have to do with training somebody's ears from Ghana? Not a damn thing. That was, that's when I started like, this is ridiculous. Sit down, sing me a spiritual. Sit down, sing me a jazz tune. Play this, play that. Let's see what you're working with. Let me meet you there, and let's do this. Let's shape it and blah blah blah. You don't need all this bullshit. Does your 2026 calendar include Atlanta? No. I tried to do Atlanta last year, but I tell you, man, I was quite surprised. What was that place I was supposed to play? They have a bunch of them all around the country. I was quite surprised at their treatment, actually. It's a chain of them, and they just got funny, and they wanted me to advertise the show before I advertised shows that I already had on the books, right? They were coming up. And I think they felt a certain kind of way, and they just started, doing some funny stuff, man. So I just had to back out. What was the name of that club? Everybody plays there. I don't know, but I wish I could play that. If there's another club there, I'm gonna make some calls and stuff like that to see. City Winery, that's right. Yeah, City Winery, and that's just Atlanta. I'm not saying any other places, but City Winery in Atlanta. We were looking forward to that. And then, to be totally honest with you, yeah, City Winery. To be totally honest with you, at this age and at this stage, I put in the work, and things shouldn't have to be done in a way that, makes people feel less than. And as soon as I start feeling that somebody's trying to do that, I walk away because I just don't have the time, nor do I have the patience, nor do I have the will to go through that. It's just not, I've paid my dues. There are enough people who respect what I've done, not to treat me that way or not to want to treat me that way. And I choose to deal with those people. That's why I don't work as much as many others, because I choose not to do things that make me feel like somebody doesn't appreciate what I've gone through. You ain't got to sit there and appreciate, Walter, I appreciate. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if we can't shake hands and say, okay, let's do X, Y, and Z. You do what you're supposed to do, and I'll do what I'm supposed to do. And, we'll break bread and deal with it that way. No use in doing it, man. No use in doing it. Thank you, Sandra. Angelina Hodge. Nice name. So, for those of you who don't know, the way I calm down from, not even calm down, but when I go to my other side, I go to the Blue Zone, BLEU Zone, Ambient Improv over on. You can also hear it on Spotify. It's really, I wrote about 60 or 70 tunes, and I had to get away from it because I actually got burned out from writing ambient music. I didn't know that was possible. But I was like, I would start writing something that was like, oh, this is pretty. Bam, I fall asleep. In fact, it happened last night. I think I came on here to do a live with, the kind of process that I went through. I damn near fell asleep while I was on the live, listening to it back. But that's what it's for, so I'm grateful for that. Because I think we need more music like that. More music that kind of takes us away from our problems. More music that takes us away from the division, from the almost anarchy or, stuff that we're going through now and all that kind of mess. It's just, we need that. Benny Maupin from the, said he could tell what school a student came from, by the way. Yeah. One of the, how do I say this? Because I don't want to basically talk about the institution bad, but one of my best compliments used to come from when I would leave the institution and go to places to play and, play music. They would say, you don't have that sound. You don't have that institutional sound. Let's put it that way. And that was cool. I like that because a lot of times in institutions, when it comes to expression, they teach you, how do I put this? They teach you somewhat the foundations as to how to make a house in a sense. And some of those some of those houses, can be really nice, but if you don't know what to put inside a house, and I'm not talking about a lot, I'm just talking about to make it a home, then, it sounds like you know how to build a house, but you don't know how to make a home. And, a lot of people came out of the university sounding like that. I heard a collection of your music on smooth jazz. Well, I hope you liked it, Emmanuel. Some of it. I wanted to say that's Bletty, but I'm not so sure. That was his name, Emmanuel Jackson. I just don't know if that's you, Bletty. Proud of you, bro. Keep it. Thank you so much, Don. What's up? That's my OG from El Centro. Actually, Brawley. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro. Sandra, Tony went. You laughing? So that's all I wanted to say, and let's just back up and let's just keep it simple. This is for creatives, and it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. And when I say creative, you could be a poem, a poet, or whatever situation is. Just create whatever. I'm saying, just be quiet and do it. Nike did that thing. Just do it. No, just start where you are and forget everything everybody has ever told you about everything, and sing your first note or play your first note. When I'm at my best, I do this little saying before I play. I have nowhere to go. I have no place to be. Boom. And I play something. I don't know where I came up with that. D. What's up, Brother D? Go buy his USB drive. I did, and I'm enjoying it. Actually, I'm going to put it in the car today, uh, in this car before I leave. It's D. Lucas, very good saxophone player out of Atlanta. I have been your fan since 1995 with Jesse, Sam, and Bob. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Manuel. Yeah. So don't think about it. Just do it. I'm not. If you say, well, it's coming out, and I don't like the way it sounds. Well, you took the first step. You conquered your fear, and you sang that note, or you played that note, or you relaxed into a phrase that was giving you problems before. I tell all my students before they get ready to play a very fast passage or passage that might be giving them trouble, don't give that any more attention than you do the easy passage. Because if you do, you destroy the beauty of the easy passage, getting ready to attack the fast passage. And the fast passage is not going to come out the way you want it to, because you're already anxious about the fast passage. So now you done screwed up both phrases because you're worried about a passage that you shouldn't be worried about in the first place. If you're going to screw it up, you're going to screw it up. You might as well relax and have fun with where you are. And that's what we need to concentrate on. Have fun with this note. Have fun with this phrase. Have fun with this song. Take it light, man. That's what we used to say back in the day. Take it light, bro. That kind of thing. Just want to say quickly, John Clemmer, yes, my dude. And Kim, appreciate that, Tony. I appreciate that. And I'm sure John Clemmer will too. Man, if you can, send them a little note, man, because they're in their 70s now, and I think it's important that we really represent, especially with John Clemmer and Ronnie Laws, those two. I think people, because everything is so pop and so this, even in jazz music now, that people don't really give people their flowers. So pop over there, man, and just tell them, because that album Touch, man. And that's another thing. Y'all want some smooth jazz, some beautiful mood music? Put on Touch by John Clemmer. You will not be disappointed. It's just, I can hear it now, man. Look, but going through puberty, I was having it with my parents sometimes, man. It would get bad, right? And I'll put on Touch, and that shit would just be like, I'm done. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm all right now. That was one of my favorite albums of all time, man. It's just a classic. I talked to. Oh, good, Tony. Give him my love, man. Tell him thank you for me. Yeah, that really saved my life a couple of times. Yeah. Touched by John Clemmer. Anything anybody else want to say? I'm gonna get off of here because it's about 5:20, and I am on a not a starvation diet. What do they call this thing? An intermittent diet. That's what I call a starvation diet. So I got to eat something, a little something, the next half hour, and then I can't eat until 10 o'clock tomorrow. I've lost 12 pounds. It's not in here, that's for sure. It look like a chipmunk, old-ass chipmunk. But I can feel it. But I'm going to have to get off here. I'm trying to keep my schedule. The key is for me at this point is just to let it happen. Man, I love John Clemmer. He was really mentioned. Yep. So, man, yep. And go, yep. You preaching now, yep. Right? You preaching now. That's right. Fasting. That's it, Sandra. Yeah, intermittent fasting. It works. But they should tell you that sometimes you're going to have these little moments where you get kind of emotional about things, and you have energy, and then you don't have energy, blah, 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 and it's all natural. But, whew, yeah. The other day, I was watching a movie, I was like, Am I tearing up? I don't even like this movie. I think maybe I need some protein or something. I don't know. Oh. Come on, baby. Don't move on me. Don't move on me. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for listening to me, and hopefully it makes a difference in somebody's expression. Because at the end of the day, I want people to do what I often say is I want to leave the game better than it found me, and that's really really important to me. And what's happening now? I read a book a long time ago called Interface, I think, and it talked about technology becoming so important that it. Hi Doc, what's the brand of your soprano mouthpiece combination? Oh man, it is. I played two sopranos. But same thing. The Kyworth. One of them is Grover Washington Jr.'s ex horn, or yeah, previous horn, and the other one is one. But they're both Kyworth. And I think it's a 2.5 reed Rico Roy, but I think they call him something else now. And the mouthpiece is what came with the horn. I really don't know what that is. So I don't go too far from. Actually, let me tell you what happened. The Corvette shut down. The first time the Corvette shut down, I freaked out because I was out in the country. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I was out in the country, and that joker shut down while I was idling, and I thought that I had run out of gas or something like that, and it was hot. Man, listen, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Cowworth. So it's a Cowworth. Both of them are, and I enjoy them a lot. So can I turn the light in this thing? I don't think I can. I don't even know what it is. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So, and I actually, all my horns are Cowworth horns. I love them. Are you coming to Houston? I'm coming to Dallas in February. That I do know. I don't think I'm coming to Houston. Used to play. I think it's called Sugar, not Sugar Shack. It's called something else. Sugar something. I don't know. They called us about a month ago, but they couldn't. I mean, things are tough. To be honest with you. I mean, a lot of people are cutting down on the money, and they're cutting down the money, and they're only using certain agents. So rather than to accept phone calls from people like me and negotiate and so on and so forth, well, not me, but representatives, they'd rather go through agencies and just do it that way. It was done before that way, so I'm not really complaining about it. But I'm Dallas in February, Valentine's Day, whenever that is. Hello, Karen. I'm missing people. Karen's here. Angelina, I think I got you. Clarence is here. What's up, Clarence? Earl is here. What's up, Earl? But anyway, any other questions? So my remaining concerts are, let me get this right, November 6th and 7th in Philadelphia at the South. I think it's 6th and 7th. Don't quote me, but I think it is. That the posters all up and down here. And then the 15th, I'm playing in Baltimore with Philip Doc Martin and the great Ronnie Laws. That's going to be a show, boy. We did that in Fontana, and it was really, really well received. I just have so much respect. Like we said before, Ronnie Laws, Grover, um, uh, John Clemmer, those were my top ones when I was coming up, along with others. Hope you come to St. Louis. That would be nice. I was supposed to go to St. Louis, but again, we had some problems. So, um, let's see. And yeah, I think, we're going back to the same clubs we were before, except maybe for Boston, because Boston they're just different. It's just different. I'm talking about Scullers. I don't think we're doing Scullers this year. It's just too hard. It's just too hard to, like I said before, it's just you try to do what you do, and if people don't consider you to be a priority, then you just move on. But we might go to the Northeast. I haven't decided yet what I want to do. I'm gonna try. It's getting hot up in here. See, it's still 90 degrees where I'm from. And then there was light. Um, yeah, it's 91 degrees as I speak right now. It's dry, but it's still 91, right? Friends and strangers, that's right. I tell people, actually, I did a live. That solo that he does on Friends and Strangers is in my top 5 of R&B solos ever in life. Well, I guess I'll see you on the road. I hope so, Nancy. Tell everybody what's popping. Um, for those who are musicians, and even if you're not, it might be interested in you. See, what you have a rhythm section that is responsible for the harmony, responsible for the rhythm, and responsible. So if you play saxophone, you're responsible for the melody, right? When you improvise, you use the harmony and the rhythm to develop melodies that will move people, hopefully, right? So what Ronnie did or does is he has this unique ability to go inside the rhythm section and play very simply to let the rhythm section know that, hey, he's now a part of the rhythm section, not just responsible for the melody. Like that solo that he did with Friends and Strangers, and pardon me, you guys, if you don't know, but he starts it out like, so the rhythm of the tune and the harmony of the tune is bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, right? Excuse my voice. Right? So that's what we got. So his solo goes ba 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 da ba da 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 da. I know I switch keys. You can sing both parts. Bum 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 bum. Right? He comes in. Ba 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 ba. Now that's funky as man. Come on. That's all inside the rhythm, and he's playing off the rhythm, playing off the harmony, and he doesn't play much, but it's all perfect, all perfect. The other solo that I love is the flute solo on "Walking in Rhythm." I could sing it like yesterday. That's a great one too. I mean, there are others. Maceo had one with James Brown that I really liked as well. But when you talk about, like the greats that way, they had the ability to go down. What's it say? That was my jam. Yeah, they had the ability to go deep down inside the rhythm section and find. It's like it's like how do I put it? There's this book that came out. Well, not even book. It talked about finding gold or finding diamonds in your backyard. When people go out and they look for diamonds everywhere and they do make all kinds of deals, they don't really respect or understand that you have diamonds right in your backyard. Or things of value right in your backyard or in your home. That's what I think about when I think about what Ronnie did, stuff like that. It's just that, you get really deep down inside the song and you find diamonds and you use them to tell a story. I'm out. All right. Did he do sax? Oh yeah, that was him playing saxophone on Earth, Wind and Fire when it first came out. In fact, I interviewed Ronnie, and he said I think it was his idea for the last days and times because he's Jehovah's Witness. And so I think he had discussions with Maurice, and during my podcast, he talked about that. Actually, Ronnie's talking about doing a podcast as well. But he did talk about that. I did not know that was kind of his idea when he was in the band. All right, what's up, Earl? How you doing? So I'm gonna go again, y'all. If you really need to vent, not vent, you too, Leticia. The Blue Zone Ambient Improv. Come on down. No judgment. I call it no judgment zone. You just go in there and pick a live stream that I've done in the past or whatever, and just let it go, man. Don't think about nothing. Don't make any decisions. Just let it go and let the Blue Zone take care of you, y'all. All right. God bless you. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.